Jalen Smithers page, if they're still in here.
Yep. And that's her summed up.
And I want to make mention to one other thing too. Let's not forget Texas Tiff. She turned around and she put out there that Kim has been doing this since she was young. When she was in her high school days, she was always manipulating individuals. And then, as time went on, she continued to keep doing it. So she's gotten to the level of a professional, in my opinion, a professional con artist and a professional manipulator. So.
And I do want to address, because somebody commented and said it made me so bad when Kim said not to donate to CA wildfire victims. And I just want to reiterate that I got into Kim's box along with one of her mods, and I can't remember the mod, maybe Fallon can. When we brought up the aspect that they were muting the comments on the wildfires, and they told me they didn't understand what that had to do with anything.
So the North Carolina floods was Tasha, which got the boot a week afterwards because she wasn't giving him money. And then the other one was Wish You Knew. That helped.
Yeah, there was somebody else. Oh. Maybe it was Tasha. It might have been. It might have been Tasha. You're right. Mm-hmm. She was the one that was like, I don't understand why you're coming at us like that. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. And I'm like, it really does, because you're disclaiming people who are unhoused for your benefit.
Yeah.
Trolley, y'all did amazing tonight. Thank you, everybody, for what you do. You're much appreciated. On that note, I'm off to bed.
All right, before you go, Mimi, I do want...
yes, ma'am.
There's a couple of people in here. Actually, there's 3. Okay. Guys, if you're in there liking the live, so it's like your life depends on it because you don't want her to block you, and I message you or someone messages you from the team and says, you're basically pushing her out to the FYP. You are bringing in potential new victims. Please don't do that. Or you're just in there asking her what's for dinner, what you're cooking. I love your shirt. You're doing so great. I'm proud of you. You're going to end up on a list somewhere. And I can assure you that when I get bored of calling out enablers, I'm going to start nitpicking. And I really, really, really get some of these stories in the emails and texts that I get from people who told me that they had $7 on their Cash App and they ended up giving it to Kim because they've been hungry before and they know what it's like, and they really thought that she needed some food, knowing that she gets food stamps and that there's no way that she's going to go without food because she's going to do whatever it is she has to do. If that means she needs to go down to Cub Foods and ride around in her scoot and eat chicken from the deli and leave chicken bones on the shelves, she's going to eat. She's not going to starve.
Sorry.
Listen,
she's saving those chicken bones for CJ.
No, she's saving them for you. What are you talking about?
My biggest thing, guys, is that some of the messages that we get back are heartbreaking. These people are truly, truly taken, just like Poppy when she got in here. She's so disgusted about hearing all of the things because we only send her, the top 5 things that Kim has been guilty of doing. She didn't know everything until she got in here, and she's disgusted with it. She don't want to have no part of it. And had she have known that, I promise you she wouldn't have sent any gifts. But now that she does, she feels sick about it. Those are the people that I feel sorry for. And, the lady a month ago who gifted Kim, I think it was a Galaxy. Yep. She had her business attached to her name.
And she ended up being bombarded. And mind you, I do want to reiterate that this panel here and a lot of people in the chat, I can't control everybody. Okay, guys? And I just want to make that clear, and I've tried to tell Kim. If you are getting nasty messages, it is not coming from this group of people.
Not at all.
We will send you respectable messages with a list of things and video proof to back it up.
Correct.
Sister. Yep.
Because the minute you start sending nasty messages, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what makes you a troll. Because now you're hounding them. And I don't do that. I'll give you one message, one chance, that's it.
Right. And I might go by Trollavision, and I will admit I do not message people. People in my group may. I know Birdie does, and I've seen her messages she sends, and they are very sweet. But they lay out each individual fact in which Kim has lied. I know Fallon tags people in my videos. I will say that none of these people here are trying to threaten nor hurt that person. No. So it is not coming from this group of people. And I just want to reiterate that.
Yeah, and all of us have good hearts. I will say, I know each and every one of y'all in this box included. We just have good hearts, and we're just not into that. We don't play that game. It's not a game.
And I also want to say, I know and I think all of you know because I've showed you, that Kim is 100% a DV victim. And regardless, we do care about her well-being because we do worry what may happen.
Yeah.
So Kim, if you are watching from the window, because I promise I never block you, I please encourage you to come in, because as much as you think we're bad people, we really do have your best interests at the same time at heart. So I encourage you to give us the benefit of the doubt. Yes, we are going to hold you accountable because that's what we do. That's what friends do. They hold you accountable. They call you out on your BS. They tell you what you're doing wrong. And that's a true friend. If they don't, that's not a friend. And if anybody disagrees with me, let me know.
DJ's got something to ask me.
Oh, CJ needs to talk to All For One. Yes, everybody mute because apparently CJ needs to battle it out with All For One.
Oh, nice. This is going to be fun.
No, it's not going to be fun. I have to do. I got to give you that, boy. I was not expecting that. But now, I have a serious question for you. Well, two of them. Yes, one is about the link tree. I have people messaging me asking if the link tree. Yeah. And that I really don't know.
Unfortunately, it is not for Canada, but if Canadians would want resources, I could start looking for them up there.
Yes, and I know in the chat right now, like Miss Independent, and I don't mean to call you out, sweetheart, but I know you're in Canada, and I love your face. There are people in Canada who do need resources, so All For One, if I can try and help you and we can collaborate to try and maybe figure something out, 100%, let's do that. If you haven't learned by now in the past 5 years since you and Brittany have known me, you know I do my research and my homework before I speak. And you know I've had to correct, and I'm not trying to be a jerk, but you know I've had to correct some things in regards, only because I watch Kim more than you.
Right.
But you guys have taught me a lot of what I know, and I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate that because you brought me into this world, and now I'm like, I swear my group calls me Sherlock Holmes. You would be, you don't even know. Like,
I have a good I don't know about.
In a sense, your training wheels are off now.
Yeah. I have to say I'm pretty proud of myself with the research I do. It's pretty extensive. And I try not to speak on it unless it is 100% fact at this point.
Actually, we call her a lot of names.
Yeah, I do have to say they do. I told them that they need to take my privileges away sometimes.
Yes.
All right, now, Jeff. All right, now the second question I have for you.
Yes, sir.
When Kimmy moves into your spare bedroom, am I still going to be allowed to come and have my little one night fling with her?
Oh,
yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. I'm putting a halt to that, and I might mute you both. That's just gross. Please stop.
What I will do is put up the sound barriers in that room for you? Because I know there'll be.
Yeah,
A lot
you
of
definitely
hooping
need
and
to get
hollering.
that soundproof whatever foam that goes on the walls.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
hey, hey,
soundboard.
hey. No. Don't even let him fool you. He's going to lock y'all down in that basement where you can't get out. So you're going to have
Right?
to, like,
He's
for
gonna like
security.
grab a padlock and be like, "Nope,
Yes.
you're stuck."
Yes, he'll bring you food when you need it.
Yeah.
But other than
Actually,
that,
I bet you anything, Kimmy can bring that 2x4 that she uses on her sliding glass window because she says she's scared. Um,
yes.
and if anybody hasn't seen it, I'm sure there's a video floating of her 2x4 that she puts in her sliding glass window. She might bring that with her so you guys will be safe.
Nice. There you go, CJ. It's all worked out for you, buddy.
We're all going to
Oh,
have
It's.
great.
nightmares now.
I know we're close to our time here. It's 9 Central, and I know 10 over by
Yeah,
you.
I
Is
did
there
give a
is there any more final questions anybody had on a more serious note than these silly goofballs in here?
yes.
Is there any other questions
If
related to this
anybody
matter?
if anybody has questions or anything, if you don't want to come up in a box, message anybody in these boxes. Again, if they don't know the answer, we will talk to each other and give you the correct information.
All right,
But
y'all. I'm out.
I'm
if
good.
not, love you, Brittany.
Good night,
Good night,
Brittany.
y'all.
If not, if we're done, I just want to thank everybody for joining the live, for tapping the screen, for the subscriptions, which I wasn't expecting, the gifts for everybody in the box, for the time and effort from everybody in the box who has put in the time and the research.
Old
I
school
appreciate
has
you
something
all.
to say.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I thought you said you have something to say.
Oh no, I said old school. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know. Really, does she have something to say, or is she just trying to be a goofball? Oh, old school, we got to talk. My
Okay, I can't
freaking
help you with
lord.
that, honey.
Anyway, so I want to thank everybody for joining the boxes for this live. I hope that it was informative. I hope that we were able to give you something to kind of understand what's going on. I encourage you, please, to reach out to me personally if you would like to have a Q&A live so that we can go more in depth. I also encourage, I've talked to All For One about this. If people have had success in using the link tree, I would love to hear your stories just so that we can kind of get it out to share that link tree more, so that we can help people. So if you've had success, please reach out, let us know, and we can do what we can to try and help you. I appreciate everybody for joining. Thank you. I promise you, we did a lot of research. We did a lot of work, and it was not easy. It was confusing, but we did it. And I hope that you found some value in what we said tonight. Anybody else?
I just want to repeat something that I say almost every box that I hit. You guys, thank you for being loyal. One of the reasons why I go so hard with these enablers is because these are people that you have reached out to, I have reached out to, people on the panel have reached out to, and they just continue to go in there enable because they think it's funny. It's not funny whenever you have as many people as you have in here tonight that are loyal and are trying to help people with good hearts. And they don't deserve to sit and kick anything with you guys when you're that loyal and you're trying to help people. It's too important that this community looks out for each other, and they're not looking out for anything except for a shit show. And I guess if they're really looking for a shit show, they would just sit there and not say anything because she's got to pout and throw herself a fit because she's not getting her way.
And I want you guys to also remember that your likes, your shares, and your comments help boost her in her algorithm.
That's correct. That's all I had. Thank you again for all you do. You guys have no idea how much I value the loyalty that you give to each and every one of us, and I want you to know that we give it right back. So thank you again for what you do.
Fallon, we love you, and we appreciate what you do, because you do also provide a significant amount to what we do, because not only do we need to focus on the beggar aspect, but we do need to focus on those people who are enabling this bad behavior and encouraging it and luring in new victims. So, Fallon, we love you, we respect you, and thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Yes, and I'm going to shout out Miss Tammy up there. Thank you for being our eyeballs tonight and giving us the things to look at while we talked about them.
Tammy,
I appreciate you for that.
Tammy, I can't thank you enough for helping me with this, and I think it went a lot smoother than if I had to green screen or anything like that, so thank you.
Tammy was a part of the audio visual club.
Yeah, she was
Tammy is why
phenomenal.
we can have nice things.
And I'm just a troublemaker.
Hey,
love you
great
too,
job,
Sam.
ladies. Great job, group. Fallon, you're always spot on. You know how much you mean to everyone.
Thank you.
I'm out of here. I'm headed off to bed.
All for one. I just want
I'm going to go live tomorrow night.
all for one, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. I love that you brought me into this world and you opened my eyes. You know the backstory, and I'm going to keep it private because that's my personal business.
But I did want to make one note. Starting tomorrow, I am going to hit the pavement hard on finding resources in Canada.
And I'm going to try and help you on that. I don't know if I can do it tomorrow, but I may be able to go on Friday. But I just wanted you to know I appreciate everything you've done for me. And I'm glad to be a part of it. And I appreciate and I respect your opinion. So I just want
I appreciate that. And with that, I'm going to say all for one and one for all. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, Jeff.
Thank you for coming up, and we love you.
Good night, Jeff.
Love you.
All right, guys. That's it for the live tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for the contributions. Thank you for the likes, the taps, any of the gifts you sent. We love you. We appreciate you. And we hope what we did showed value. If anybody has questions, our inboxes are open and we are here for you. Any of us, please don't be scared to approach us. Fallon is not the only person in this little category, I promise. And we are honestly good people. We may have had mistakes and mishaps, but we are humans, we make mistakes, and we can't be always continue to be a bad person. I promise we have good intentions. I appreciate everything you guys have done, and anybody who does videos, shares the videos, we appreciate you. I love you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.